Hi, today we're going to learn how to make two different kinds of origami boats that will actually float for you, and they float for a long time, which is great. So let's get started. Okay, so today we're going to be making two different kinds of boats. This is a boat that we've made before, and then we're also going to be making a flat bottom boat, and these boats are fun because they actually float in water for quite a while. So we're going to be using notebook paper today. You can actually use any paper that you have, but let's start by getting our notebook paper ready, okay? First thing you're going to want to do, whether you're using a rectangle or a square, is we're going to want to cut off the fringe like that, okay? Once the fringe is cut off, for this boat, the first boat we're going to be making, you need a rectangle, so you can use the paper just as exactly as it is, okay? So let's start by holding the paper in the hamburger or landscape direction. You're going to bring one side of your paper to the other like this and rub back and forth. Okay, then you're going to turn it like this so that the fold is up here at the top and the open and closed side is down here at the bottom, okay? It's really important that you can put the open and closed side at the bottom so you're actually making a boat, okay? Let's do the same thing again. We're going to bring this side over to this side, but we're not going to make a fold. We're just going to make a little dent in the paper so we know where the middle is, okay? Once you know where the middle of your paper is, bring this corner in like this. It won't go all the way down to the bottom of the paper, and that's okay. We want it to go down about that far. Then bring the other side into the middle as well and rub back and forth. And it's starting to look like a hat because the first part of these directions is the same thing as making a hat. You're going to flip up the bottom band like this, okay? Making sure that you can actually put your hand inside. If you can't, it means that you're working with your paper upside down and you should start from the beginning of the video. This is a good time to remind you that you can always stop and start the video. You don't have to keep up with it if it's going too fast. Okay, so once we have our band folded up like this, let's turn the whole thing over, and on the other side we're going to fold up that band as well. And those of you who have made the triangle hat with me before, you guys know that this is the hat, okay? When you put your hand inside to double check that it's a hat, you're going to put 2 fingers on the top of your hat and 2 fingers on the bottom. And what we're going to be doing is lifting and turning, okay? What I mean by that is we're going to open it way up wide and turn it like this on its side, and we're going to flatten it down. So it's going to go, I'm going to do that again. It's going to go from a triangle hat, hold the top and the bottom, open it and turn, okay? And then flatten it down and you have your diamond shape in front of you. I like to make sure that those little flaps are nice and like that on both sides, and they are. Okay, again, double check that the open and closed side is here at the bottom towards you, okay? Then on the one side, you're going to take just this point on the bottom and bring it up to the top, rub back and forth. Again, turn the whole thing over to the other side, bring the bottom point up to the top again like that, and we've turned our diamond into a triangle again. Just like we did when it was a hat, you're going to take the top and the bottom and you're going to open it super wide and turn and flatten it down like this, okay? Then you're going to be looking for 2 points at the top that kind of move away like this. Right up here at the top, the 2 points that kind of move away like this. And in one move, being careful not to rip it, so you don't want to do it super hard, but you're going to take those 2 points like this, making sure they move easily for you, and you're going to just open and flatten down. And that easy, we have our boat, okay? To make it float better, you're going to want to go to the bottom of the boat. Just open it up a little bit, maybe put your fingers inside, okay? And once your boat looks like this, it will float really well really nicely for a long time. You can even make some paper people to put inside if you like. You can decorate it. When I decorate my boats, because I want the decorations to stay on, I use crayon instead of marker, or if you have Sharpie, you could use Sharpies, okay? Okay, so let's move on to our second boat, which is the flat bottom boat. It's different than the first boat, but it floats just as well, okay? So for our flat bottom boat, we are going to need a square. And in order to take our rectangular notebook paper and turn it into a square, you're going to take the rectangle, you're going to take the top corner and bring it all the way down to the bottom. Okay, line it up here with the bottom like this, rub back and forth, and leaving your triangle folded, you're just going to cut off this rectangle here at the end that's left over like that. Okay, then you're going to open it up and you have a square. I had two because I had two pieces of paper, okay? All right, so you're going to start with your square. Doesn't matter which direction you hold it in. Bring one side to the other like this and make a nice fold like that. Okay. Open it up. That fold should be right in the middle. Okay. I'm going to bring this side into that middle or center fold like that and rub back and forth. And let's do the same thing on the other side. Bring it into the middle. Okay. And we're going to rub back and forth. Okay, then when you have your both sides folded in, I'm going to hold the sides like this and I'm going to fold it backwards towards the bottom like that. Okay, backwards to the bottom like that. And I'm going to lay it down and smooth it. Okay. Then I want you to open just the one side, the side that's on the left-hand side, and the side that you're opening is important because on the right-hand side or this side, you're going to want to have several layers of paper, and on the left-hand side or this side, you want just one level of paper, okay? When it looks like that, let's start folding our triangles. Here's that center fold again. We're going to fold the corners or these little triangles into the middle or the center like that, okay? So it's going to make a pointy top up here and a pointy bottom up here, okay? All right, so when both of our sides are pointy, top and bottom, I'm just going to close it up, the left-hand side now, close it up like a book, like this, okay? All right. Then I'm going to lift it up like this, and we're going to open it up like this. It looks like this could be a boat, but it's not a flat bottom boat. So let's make the bottom flat by bringing this point here inside and flattening it down a little bit like that. Okay. And then I'm going to bring this top point and I'm going to flatten it down here on top of the other one. Now we're going to overlap each other like this. This little point up here at the top, I'm going to just fold down just a tiny bit. It doesn't have to be a lot. And the point down here at the bottom, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to lift those points back up carefully. And then to make our sides, I'm going to fold it up gently here on one side and fold it up gently here on the other side. And we have our flat boat. Okay, so whether you're making the first boat or the flat bottom second boat, you can decorate them. Like I said, they can float, be creative, and have fun.